I'm very excited to be driving this car. This is the Renault Triber. Not only is it on a budget kind of vehicle, but it's also a 7-seater vehicle. If this is your first time watching, my name is Muhammad Fakir and welcome to my channel. At least of the Toyota Avanza, especially because obviously I'm looking at like a MPV, multi-purpose or minivan kind of vehicle, and the Toyota Avanza is a bit long, but I mean this is the Renault Triber and it's 7-seater, so it does have that kind of minivan look. It reminds me of, it's like Durban, you call it like a bunny chow, but it's definitely like a half a loaf or quarter loaf of bread. And this loaf style vehicles are obviously like renowned for, you know, like taxis or vans, but this is definitely a more family oriented vehicle, but on a budget. It starts at 185,000 rand, 185,900 rand for the Expression model, and this is the Prestige. And as you can see, this has all of like the bells and whistles, where you've got the roof bar which can hold about 50 kilograms of capacity, and you've got the beautiful daytime LED lights, which is also quite nice. And I mean, I've spoken about LED lights before. It's something most people enjoy in a car, a modern day car. And then you've also got your kind of, they've got these kind of bumper stickers, but it's not the actual covers on the side. And then yeah, so that vinyl finishes make it seem really nice. 15-inch wheels, which make the car sit really high. And that's looking at the outside. Oh, and not to mention the reverse camera. There's a reverse camera as well for the price on all of the models. So yeah, this is it's basically the main thing. The main things you want in a 2021 car. So overall, from the outside, I would definitely say it's an attractive car. I did not think that this car was the price, but because I saw so many of these cars on the road, I actually said that this is definitely something I want to drive. And now looking at the internals, we've got a 1-liter energy. It's the energy engine of the Renault lineup, and it's a 1-liter, but it's definitely doesn't feel so, I wouldn't say weak, but it definitely feels more powerful than your usual 1-liter vehicles. It packs 52 kilowatts of power and 96 newton meters of torque, and yeah, it's a 3-cylinder engine. And overall, I mean, I would say you constantly consider, you compare cars within its own segment and its own price bracket and segment, as I mentioned. So looking at this car, doesn't feel extremely weak. I'm driving up Hospital Bend, which is a classic incline in 4th gear. It's a 5-speed manual gearbox, by the way. And yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say, it doesn't feel like a cheap car. As you can see, it doesn't look like it either. So you get these cars, all 3 models, in very nice colors. I specifically have it in the white, as you can see. And looking at the internals, it's quite complementary with the black finishes, and nothing feels cheap. The fabric seats, not leather, of course, obviously at this price range, but I mean, it's pretty comfortable as well. Especially I like the headrests. I must say, I like the headrests. If I put my head to the back, I want to sleep. Not that I'm gonna do that, but it's definitely a nice feel to it. The car it feels a bit different because you don't get so many of these on the road. And yes, like if you look at other models, you might look at like the Rush we mentioned Toyota earlier, which the Rush is the modern day car that you might think would be a competitor. But this car is obviously much cheaper. I mean, it goes for 2,199 rand, and inside you've got beautiful fabric seats. Like I told you, you've got that mesh finish on the seats, and you've got your 2 double cabios, whatever you call it, for storage. And then you've also got this amazing cooling console, which you don't really get at this price point. I mean, it's a really nice to have. It's a great to have at this price point. And then you also got aircon at the back as well as in front, of course, and your Apple CarPlay or multimedia nav infotainment system, as Renault would call it. And yeah, it's an amazing offer. You're looking at your steering controls. You don't have cruise control, however, which is a little bit of a bummer. But I mean, you shouldn't expect every single checkbox to be ticked at this price point. But I mean, the display is amazing. Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. You've got your keyless remote and push to start, which I mean, that in itself is already like not something you expect at this price point. And yeah, so and the car seems to auto lock when I just like walk away with the remote. It's the keyless remote that is, or the key card. If I walk away from the car like 1.5 to 2 meters away from the car, it auto locks, which is definitely something really fun and nifty to have. Now, soaking in the Cape Town sunset, as you can see, I'm gonna definitely talk about what this car is all about. I think it's advertised there's about 100 different modes or ways to basically have this the seat set up. But I mean, let's be honest. We obviously know they're counting every single movement of the car. I'm not even sure if they're including headrests, but yeah, it's a 7-seater car. It's extremely spacious. It has power sockets or lighting sockets in the back and in the way back as well. A place for your jacket or cloak hanger as well. And yeah, there's capacity to have a normal boot. But as you can see, you don't actually get that feature of your parcel shelf or kind of a mesh or something to hide if you are going to use the boot as is, as you can see, or take out when you take out the seats. So some pros or benefits of this car is that there's 6.9 liters per 100 kilometers, and I can honestly tell you, I think that this car is lighter than that. Wow, I mean, especially looking at South Africa's fuel prices, this is your car to go. And also, I mean, it is a 7-seater. The car is extremely spacious. Apart from that, there's a whole lot of space in the cabin, and this is definitely the car for someone that's looking to start an Uber business, or yeah, because I mean, people can share, and I mean, if you want to be safe, looking with like the whole COVID thing going on, you can have someone sitting in the front, someone sitting in the middle row of the seat of the car, and the back seat, because I tend to say back seat and I want to say it twice. Yeah, so you can basically have people sit separately, and at the same time there's enough space for you to constantly, if you're starting a family or want to have road trips often, this is definitely the car for you. So this is definitely a family car. Or I mean, we're all talking about space and storage. We've got it on the boot. We've got it in the boot. Sorry, and on the roof. And basically, I mean, yeah, it's a really good deal at the price point. Around 600 liters capacity in the boot with all the seats down. Otherwise, you're gonna be stuck with a small storage area at the back, which obviously people can't see. But yeah, that's basically the sacrifice for all of this boot space, and that's why I call this car, or as you've seen on the thumbnail, I've called it family on a budget, because it's exactly that. It's capacity, and it has really good finishes. All is very really good quality. I wouldn't say premium, but it definitely doesn't feel like a cheap car. And to mention some of the quirks, now that we're at the end of the video, I'll just say that I think the clutch and the acceleration lever is like really it's really suspended. I mean, especially if you switch from cars to cars now and then, or quite often, you can see that, yeah, you'll definitely notice that the clutch, the levers, or yeah, it's quite suspended, and that tends to let me make the car cut quite a bit, getting used to it. And then one of the other things that I really not quite a fan of is that I mentioned the 1-liter engine, and it is quite noisy. So I must say, because of the digital dials, it does always tell you when to gear up and when to gear down, but it is a little bit noisy. But is it like Does it make the car not worth it? Most definitely not. The car is extremely worth it. It's a budget buy, but I mean, looking at the Honda BRV, which is definitely a competitor as well, this car is a very nice car, and Renault is offering a 2-year warranty for 30,000 kilometers. So definitely, if you are looking for something around 2,500 rand, this is definitely a long-term option and not a small, tiny budget car. So yeah, thanks for watching. If this is your first time, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.